Sports Talk Bears, like and subscribe. Hey everyone, was that fun? This game today, this win, it's so much better than we're thinking about for multiple reasons. Reason one, we're seeing this team develop before our eyes. The youth of this defense, the 2023 draft class, it might be the best in the league this year. I'll go into this in great detail in a minute, but the second reason, it just has to be said. I love saying it. Reason number two, this head coach, he's staying. Let's look into what kind of head coach we have. Look at how these players play for him. Coach Flus, he asks a question as his main motivator to his players. He asks his players, what is your why? That is why you're playing. He actually got choked up when he was asked about his why. He said it's just watching these guys play football, having fun, having relationships, being close, having a family here. I think he's just a good man. Guys wrapping their arms around each other, asking fans to celebrate at the end of the game. This is a team that's not only close, they just love playing together under a steady, not perfect, but steady hand of leadership. There's been multiple times here. There's multiple times when there is cause for negativity, from an 0-4 start to a fourth quarter meltdowns that we saw several times. But you know what? This team believes, and the lead is from the coaching staff. It's from Coach Flus. Reason number three, and we love this, with the Cardinals win and the Panthers loss, we have secured the number one pick in the draft. So now let's talk about who I consider the most important players coming today, coming into their own, out there making plays. Tyreek Stevenson with 2 picks. Terrell Smith playing great in coverage with Jalen Johnson getting knocked out of the game. Gervon Dexter with 2 sacks. We even had Pickens, our 5th rounder, get the pressure that led to the second Stevenson interception. So many good things. This draft class, tell me it's not the best in the league. And let's actually look at it here. Let's look at what we have. I don't want to be all Pollyanna, but this is so good. Darnold Wright in the first, top 5 at his position right now. Gervon Dexter in the second, 2 sacks today to go with all the sacks that he's had the games previous. Tyreek Stevenson in the second, 2 picks today. These aren't his first picks of the year. He is starting to stack them up. And what I just talked about, Zach Pickens in the third, starting to get playing time. His pressure, his pass deflection, that led to Stevenson's second pick at the end of the game. Rashawn Johnson, he'll likely be our starter next year, even though it looked great today, the running game looked great, but he's going to be our starter next year, I believe. And he's already a fantastic pass blocking back. He's the best on our roster. Say no more. We have Terrell Smith just playing solid coverage today. Just an outstanding job by Poles. And now we have tons of ammo next year to do it again. This upcoming draft, we have all the ammo to do it again. And we have so many different ways that we can pivot. Now let's look at the team. We see how this team is performing. We see their absolute joy on the field when most teams would be packing it in. And it was against a Falcons team that was trying to make the playoffs. To watch this, it looked like the Bears were the ones with everything at stake. And there's really not anything for us to play for logically. Not anything. But this team, the way the staff has developed players, now the public will shift. Now the public will shift. And how I was seeing breaking news this morning, yesterday from the same sources saying Flus and Fields are gone for sure, that the team is moving forward, keeping the staff and the quarterback. Breaking news. The only breaking news here is that was the plan all along. I've been saying this for months. This is part of the rebuild by Poles after the tank year. We are exactly on schedule. We've more than doubled our wins. And now with this performance, now with this public sentiment, the public opinion gets to match the team's plan. We also, let's look at QB1. We saw some great encouragement by the play of Fields today. I mean, he hasn't been perfect this year, but his incremental and slow improvement has also been exactly what Poles was thinking of when he put this team on this 2-year rebuild. Really good drive by Fields on the first drive. Most notably, Moore. He was the first option when they were in Atlanta territory, but he saw that he was doubled. Instead of taking off, instead of taking the sack, QB1 checked down to the third option on the other side of the field for a big gain by Roshan Johnson. That's not perfect. That's not saying that his game is perfect, but that speaks to definitely some growth here. Also, we got our young offensive line doing their job. He had all day to throw, and he actually had a chance to go through his reads, so it was really nice to see. Then he throws a perfect dime to the corner of the end zone to DJ. Just a perfect dime, just a nice job, and actually a great time, a great job calling plays by Shoop. Oh, excuse me, Getsy. I'm trying to be funny here. If you guys remember John Shoop, that's not a great memory. Let's move on. My thought of the time during this touchdown drive, when DJ catches the dime in the corner, the litmus test of this, how Getsy does calling the game after the 10 to 15 pre-scripted plays are exhausted, when he has to think on his feet, if he goes by his own brilliance or what's actually going on at the moment, his feel for the game as it's progressing. It's a definite real thing. Guess what this time? I'm not saying this will save his job or that it should, but we got to hand it to him. Getsy, he called a great game. We still aren't seeing, though, the development we need to see from Tyler Scott. I'm not going to be like all butterflies and rainbows. We're looking at an absolute perfect throw to Scott late in the third. That could have been a touchdown. To Scott as a deep threat and stretching the field, that's why we drafted him. The coverage was good, but he needs to come down with these. Actually, a great play call by Getsy as well, but Scott, that is why he's on this team. He needs to catch those balls. I like this change too in coaching decisions at the end of the third quarter. If you were paying attention, it came up time for a field goal. The analytics, they say to go for it on this fourth down every single time. But coaching staff, looks like we're actually learning, right? Instead of using analytics, Flus saw the situation and extended the lead. Let's go through some team stats too. I want this to actually have some teeth. Bear with me here. Okay. Here we go. Thank you. Let's go through these. Stevenson, 5 tackles, 2 picks. Dexter, 2 big sacks and a tackle for a loss. Terrell Smith with solid coverage. The pressure, once again, that led to Stevenson's second pick, that was Pickens, our 5th rounder. Just a fantastic job by our 2023 draft class. I am just all about it. It's so good to see. Outside of stats, let's talk about the eye test for Stevenson. He stuck a tackle just stiff in the fourth quarter on third down. I just love how Stevenson plays. He wasn't leg tackling. He stays high, keeps his head up, he wraps, and he sticks. Coach Flus with his linebacker background teaches, let's say that 10 times fast, his background as a linebackers coach and a former linebacker himself, he teaches sound tackling techniques. This is our kind of player, but he's being coached the right way. Just even more of a testament to how these players are being developed by this coaching staff. So where are we at now? 5th home win in a row, winning 5 of the last 7. This sets us up so well next year. Starting in the locker room next year, being able to say, hey, we've got a streak here and we're killing it. This is an opportunity to extend it. We aren't starting fresh. We are going to continue what we started last year, and that is huge for teams. Lance Briggs pointed it out recently. It's not coming from me. This is the main benefit of this win today, to extend the streak. Also, we might be going against Green Bay next week with the same thing that they had against the Lions. Their playoff lives on the line. We don't have anything to play for. If you just listen to the media, I'm telling you, we have tons to play for. If I were the Green Bay Packers, I would not be looking forward to playing us, not by a long shot. And you guys let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, comment. I love your comments. It's so much fun. Even the negative ones make me laugh. And hey, bear down, great victory, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.